Emma stood at the checkout, the vibrant red of the sale sign flashing in her eyes, completely unaware that this moment would be the tipping point for her bank balance. She had just nabbed 2 pairs of shoes, a designer handbag, and a collection of trendy clothes, all for the price of a small holiday. But as she swiped her credit card, the seductive rush of retail therapy drowned out the nagging voice in her head warning, "This isn't how you wanted to spend your money." At first, Emma felt invincible. Born in a middle-class family that never spoke much about money, she had grown up thinking that happiness came in tangible forms. With her salary of £2,500 a month as a marketing executive, splurging sometimes felt deserved. But as the weeks progressed, the euphoria of shopping faded and those shiny new items began to lose their luster. But then, as she stared at her bank statement, reality hit. She was £500 overdrawn, and the anxiety washed over her like a cold wave. Instead of feeling bad about her impulsive purchases, she rationalized her spending. After all, she deserved it. This is where it gets uncomfortable. She kept telling herself she could just make it up next month, but each month only added to her cycle of debt. Over time, that fun and fashionable lifestyle morphed into a looming specter of financial insecurity. She began experiencing small but ominous signs of trouble, skipping meals to make ends meet, avoiding friends due to embarrassment over her situation, and dreading any chat about money. Emma was stuck in the very trap she had unconsciously set for herself, feeling the walls of her financial world closing in with every overspend. The hidden costs of her impulsive behavior were starting to ripple through her life. Dates became scrimping adventures, friends got tired of covering her, and embarrassing moments piled up when she had to pull out of gatherings due to last-minute plans. Her self-esteem took a hit, but still, the cycle continued. Meanwhile, in comparison, Tom from down the street represented the other side of the coin. Earning the same amount as Emma, he adopted a frugal lifestyle. He meticulously tracked his expenses and avoided the allure of flashy purchases, steering clear of debt while saving for a modest home. He seemed to prosper, with his bank accounts steadily growing, even as Emma faced mounting anxiety and uncertainty. In the end, the difference wasn't their salaries but their mindset. The thought of, "I can always pay it off later," became Emma's prison, binding her in a cycle that felt all too familiar, yet ultimately suffocating. She had convinced herself that living beyond her means was normal, that spending equated to joy and freedom. As we reflect on Emma's journey, consider this. Our spending habits can paint a vivid picture of our self-worth, but what happens when that picture turns dark? The true cost of her choices wasn't just financial distress, it was a loss of control and clarity about her future. It's uncomfortable to face these truths, yet they're vital if we want to rewrite our financial stories. If you find resonance in Emma's tale, perhaps it's time to reassess your own spending habits. For more insights into money and psychology, consider subscribing.